This is not a pond. This is not a still lake. What I'm in, it used to be a road. To give you some perspective on where Midwest stock has come over the past 52 weeks, if you bought the stock at its low, this is how much you spent per share. The snowplow piles are over 6 feet tall, but only 6 miles away, this is the scene on the 3rd hole of this local golf course. Police say crooks are targeting your car. We'll tell you what they're looking for inside. This is what it might be like to sit on top of a platform at 53 feet in the air. And not unlike our cameras, sometimes that can be shaky. Police tape still up in this area, and we can show you right behind us. There were investigators still talking outside of the scene, police cars nearby as well. A 911 call was placed to police around 4:00 p.m. today. That's when a terrible discovery was made. No! No! The pain and shock echoes from the scene of a sudden death investigation to the home of a heartbroken family and a father who says he just lost his 4-month-old son.
Oh my God. Wow, I just say, I don't know how this could have happened.
They killed my nephew! They came to get him! I see when they came to get him!
Police say a daycare worker at Cuddle Care Daycare picked up a baby at home, then parked this vehicle and left the child in the car about 9:30 in the morning. The baby was found dead by 4 in the afternoon. Investigators believe hours in a sweltering SUV proved fatal.
You know you can't leave kids in the car in this heat.
Sierra's McHenry says his son, Sierra's Jr., was a happy and healthy baby. Now his family struggles with how and why the child's life was taken, relying on each other in a time of crisis.
They're here 100%. It's just, I love them for being here.
Now, we called the daycare for comment on this story. They did not return our call. Police say that they will hand this case over to the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office. After that, charges could be filed. In Milwaukee, if you fail to shovel your sidewalks, you could get a ticket. But imagine for a moment if this is how you viewed your world. Blurry, fuzzy, nearly impossible to see. From that perspective, an unpaved sidewalk could prove dangerous. Trudging through the snow, braving the icy winds, winter conditions posing difficulty for some. The building's snow piles proved to be a barrier for others.
Just piled up too high right there.
But the challenges and concerns are different for Troy Hergert.
I have retinitis pigmentosa, or RP for short.
He's living with a degenerative eye disease allowing him little to no sight.
I'm legally blind, have been for 30 years.
His cane serves as his sense of vision, but in these conditions, that sense is dulled.
I'm having to dig in and find, okay, I'm still on cement. Over here, okay, I find some grass, so I'm going to try to follow that.
Waving his cane back and forth, Hergert distinguishes paved sidewalks from unpaved areas, but where the walk is washed out by inches of snow.
And aha, okay, found something. Sign, garbage can, a parking block. Okay, now I know I'm on the path, but again, this is a treacherous spot because I cannot use any of my proper techniques. For 24 hours, we expect when snow falls, it's going to be an issue. It's no one's fault. But within 24 hours, residents and businesses are supposed to clear their sidewalks.
Sometimes passage is also prevented by plows.
Now I have to get up this curb, and I don't feel any way to do that. It doesn't seem like, it seems like the plow has made a little bit of a mess, or left a little bit, so I'm looking for a way to get up. And finally, I might just give up, and I'm just gonna climb in.
For people with visual and other physical impairments, the weather can pose risks.
The snow is still falling, so I'm taking a chance.
But sometimes in the snow, simple victories are uncovered.
Aha, I find a shoveled spot, finally.
Patches of plowed pavement, some take for granted.
Just please shovel.
In the village of Eustisford, you'll find tranquility 364 days a year.
Quiet, peaceful.
It's mostly a small farming town where the number of people might rival the number of nearby fish.
For me, I'm in heaven.
Unfortunately, Tom Bartnick hasn't caught any yet. The hush of the river and the stillness is one of the reasons he's called this place home. But for one day, Eustisford will throw caution and something else to the wind.
It started out very innocent.
This is nuts! This is nuts! The most fun you can have in a half hour.
Every year on New Year's Day at noon, hundreds gather.
They come from all over, really.
They're here for a celebration but they're flushing the idea of a traditional parade. Welcome to the 44th annual Toilet Bowl, where they've canned the idea of confetti.
Ready, set, go!
Using rolls.
That's how Houston rolls, baby!
And more rolls of toilet paper instead. It's an unusual use for the paper.
Put toilet paper in my mouth!
And there are unique ways to toss the tissue.
Load her up, boys, load her up!
Scott Foley took a high-tech approach.
It's a leaf blower. It works good for cleaning my gutters out.
Using horsepower for horseplay. For others, a slingshot is not necessarily a sure shot, but there's a meaning to the madness.
And it's a fundraiser. Parts go to the Eustisford Fire Department, and the rest is $1,200 go to scholarships in Eustisford.
Ron Mulder has been to every parade. As for how it got the name, perhaps someone knows. As for why it's called the Toilet Bowl.
What else are you going to call it?
And like most parades, this one too has a king and queen.
This year's king and queen are Patty and Eric.
The royal couple is crowned for raising the most money. The porcelain pomp and circumstance includes a regal plunger and a place on the royal float equipped with his and her thrones. We'd like to tell you getting hit by the rolls never stings.
You guys gotta leave, man! We're getting bombarded! It's a wet one, that one's gonna hurt.
Sometimes the Charmin isn't squeezably soft. But for one day, this farming village rattled and rolled in 2009.
I'd rather fish than watch the toilet bowl.
Now for 364 days, Tom Bartnick can once again savor the serenity.
Come back on a quieter day. He'll enjoy it better.
Jeremy Ross, Fox 6 News. Our big story tonight, a family shares its grief. Police say a trio of crooks thought they were picking easy targets, but it was one of their senior citizen victims who led investigators to their arrest. Mequon police tell us 3 people are in custody accused of stealing from senior citizens across the area. More than a half-dozen cases have been reported, the most recent Friday, and that's what led to the bust. 100-year-old Olga Wolke grew suspicious of 2 women who came to her house claiming to be nurses. When she realized they stole her money and jewelry, she called her daughter and told her to call police.
So it did. It helped. I was glad.
That quick thinking led cops right to the suspects who are still in the area trying to make another hit. A 43-year-old woman, 19-year-old woman, and 18-year-old man are in custody. Many people in Wisconsin love the Brewers, the Packers, and deer hunting, but a traveling scuba show called Be a Diver is designed to introduce us to yet another sport. Bob Moore tells you about one Menominee Falls family taking the plunge. You can check out the pool Sunday at the zoo from 10 to 4. For information on locations or future pool parties, go to myfoxmilwaukee.com and search Be a Diver.
Killing me!
Yeah! It was well worth it to Neil.
Very nice.
You know what he did? He raised over $700, though, taking
That's
pies
wonderful.
in the face all day and night long. Steve Sparky Pfeiffer, we love him. And, of course, he'll be on our Fox 6 High School Blitz coming up before long, you know.
Banana cream?
Banana cream. It was quite good. You know,